So, Astarion, vampire dens. What should I expect?
3 times.
Vampires would be a safe bet.
Hilarious. You belong on stage. Perhaps the blood-stained sort, with a hooded man standing by, axe in hand.
So long as there's a cheering crowd. As for vampire dens, I'd brace your nose. They can be very organic. So this is it. I'm home. There's the same fading carpet. The same tasteless art. Nothing's changed. But gods, everything feels different. It does feel strange. Breaking into your own home, especially if murder's on your mind. Then again, this is hardly the strangest thing we've done together. Although it could be the most satisfying. Well, the second most satisfying. They're fanatics. Here of their own free will, and utterly devoted to Cazador. Each one came to our door, and begged to be given his eternal gift. They're sure he'll turn them if they serve him well enough. He'd almost feel sorry for the poor, deluded souls. But they're idiots, who brought this upon themselves, so don't. I've never been less sure of anything. But if I don't face him now, I never will. I'll spend the rest of my life running, watching the shadows, never feeling safe. No. This has to happen. Here and now. Also, there's a small matter of all that power I can steal from the bastard. So that'll be nice. If my dear siblings were right, Cazador's hiding somewhere below the palace. After so many years, I would have spotted any secret tunnels out here. The only place that was off limits to us was his study. If the entrance is anywhere, it'll be there, through the ballroom.
Cazador's ballroom, where he hosted his most hedonistic nights. You've never seen it closed, let alone locked before. The door is covered in intricate text.
There's writing like this all over the palace. Some old, probably dead language of Cazador's. We were strictly forbidden from learning it.
You can't see anywhere a key might fit. Only a small, round hollow engraved with the Sire family crest.
The signet ring should unlock the ballroom door, but only if we can read the inscription. 2 centuries walking these halls, and I've never once seen the ballroom door locked. The ballroom, where he hosts the city's high society. To the public, Cazador is an ordinary noble, a little reclusive perhaps, but just another of the great and the good of Baldur's Gate. Factions, nobles, politicians, he had information on everyone. If he controlled even a fraction of these, the city could be his, and no one would ever know. And there, Cazador kept me like a pet, forced me to do his bidding. No more. Ah, the bedrooms. Never once slept in. This is where I took our guests. I'd entertain them here until Cazador appeared and took them away. I've seduced people who repulsed me more times than I can count. Most people are idiots. You can lure them into a dragon's maw if you promise a bag of sweets. I know that dance better than anyone, but I always felt nothing. It's a game I'm tired of playing. Being used. Controlled, puppeted for someone else's pleasure. But not anymore. dormitory. This is where the spawn were kept, when we were getting neither the carrot nor the stick. Come to kill me again, darling.
Astarion. Forgive me.
First you kill me, then you bring me back. What do you want? Exactly.
Brother, please. You know we have no choice in this.
It wouldn't be the worst thing he's ever done to us. You know I'm right, sister. I felt so very little for so long. My edges dulled over the numb years rotting in the boudoir and kennels. And he tortured us all. The strong had 2 centuries to pluck me from torture, but no one came.
Master sees everything.
Behold! One of Cazador's cheapest tricks. An illusionary wall. Behind it is the kennel. A fetid little cell he'd throw us into when displeased.
Nasty little runaway. But you always find your way back to Godey. If I had my way, I'd saw off your legs. That'd put a stop to your wandering. But the Master says no. But he needs you obedient, too. No barking, no biting, no struggling. A well-behaved little doggy. You'll do whatever he requires.
Godey kept us in kennels downstairs. The Master ruled everywhere else. But they were his domain. And where is this sadistic old sack of bones? I know you're there, Godey. Stop skulking and show yourself.
You always were sharp, little one. Sharp enough to cut yourself. Did you miss me as I've missed you?
It's taking everything I have not to grind your rotten carcass to dust.
Don't be mad at Godey, child. I only did my job. Only kept you in line.
You tortured us. For days at a time.
Oh, yes. And you sang so sweetly for me. None of the others screamed like you did. But you're home now, and you brought me a treat, eh? A new friend for Godey. Not very nice. Not very friendly. But you're too late to see the Master. The doors are sealed. He will not be disturbed.
Doors can be unsealed. Do you have the key?
Perhaps. Wait! Godey has the key. Godey can give it to you. Here. Here it is. Why are you here then, little one?
Isn't it obvious? I'm going to kill Cazador.
How dare you? As if you could lay a finger on the Master, you ungrateful little brat! Godey will not let you get away with blasphemy. Godey will see you punished!
We have everything we need to open the ballroom door. So let's not waste time talking. Cazador's hiding somewhere behind that door, and I'm going to find him.
The ring slots perfectly into place, and the door swings open.
can't be here. No one in, no one out.
You're new. Cazador never kept guard dogs before.
The runaway spawn. You reek of the Master's scent. Come with us. Come to Master.
Excuse me? I will not be ordered around my own house by some blow-in mutt.
We bring you to him. We get his favor.
Cazador skulking somewhere beneath us. In this defiled chapel the others mentioned. We just have to find the entrance. Then he'll be mine. Well, I was thinking first we find Cazador and then we kill Cazador. That's about it, really. We can workshop the details as we go.
You stand on a clean metal platform, a beautiful but antiquated elevator. There are some scuffs to show its age, signs of things dragged onto it over the years, but it seems to be in good working order.
What in the hells? I never knew this was here. This was always Cazador's private quarters. Only he ever came in here. Well, him and the unfortunate souls we brought to feed him. What in the hells? I never knew any of this was here. This is all so grand. To think, it was just sitting here, lurking under the floor. I don't know. It feels older than that. Who knows how old? Of course not. It's not like he boasted about his secret lift. But it does make sense. He'd want somewhere grand for his ascension. This seems perfect. Now we just need to see what lies at the heart of this place. Just keep your eyes open. We could find anything down here. Thousands of names. This couldn't be part of the ritual, could it?
On the pillow rests a skull with a scroll clamped in its bony jaws. The skull's empty eye sockets flare with an eldritch gleam. You feel invited somehow to witness the skull's memories. It seems urgent. This skull is all that remains of the vampire Vellioth. He turned Cazador, gave him the gift, and then taught him the rules of vampiric existence. Vellioth's first lesson is always to dominate. Allow none to be your equal. Vellioth recalls when Cazador reached out to a former friend. His punishment was to watch as Vellioth drained his friend dry. Vellioth's second lesson is that power comes from solitude. To share with others is to be weak, and to be weak is to fail and die. Vellioth recalls when Cazador rebelled against him. Cazador suffered 11 years of impalement because he failed. Vellioth's third lesson is to act not in haste. A near immortal has time to plan, time to act only when others will pay the price of action. Vellioth recalls Cazador, his lessons learned, killing him in the rite of perfect slaughter. How they both laughed. Vellioth recalls Cazador boiling the flesh from his skull, and then, to mock him, clamping his schooling scroll in Vellioth's jaws. The skull's eyes flash a final time, and its jaws sag open. The scroll with all of Cazador's rituals is yours. Vellioth is no more.
Stole everything. Even his precious rules. Let's go. Really, darling? All right. If you say so.
Approaching the cells, you're met with hollow-eyed faces. There's an almost physical stink of decay and neglect.
Who are these wretches? Ugh, they're disgusting. Cazador never fed on wretches like this. How did they get here? What is Cazador doing with them? I should have guessed there was more to it than Raphael would ever have told. Huh, hardly. Cazador didn't keep me in luxury, but I've never seen anything like this. I don't even know what this prison is. He hid all of this from me, and the others. If I had to guess, I'd say they're part of his ritual. But where in the hells do they come from?
You. I know you. You're the one from the tavern.
The last time you heard this voice, it was singing drunkenly, whispering sweetly, then sighing with pleasure. One of your conquests claimed for Cazador. He should have been consumed long ago.
I recognize that voice. You were in the Blushing Mermaid.
You stole my life. You stole my death. I can never forget you. You smiled and joked and got me drunk. You called me so many sweet things. My name sounded like a lyric on your tongue. I want to hear you say it again. Say my name.
He looks at you expectantly, his hollow eyes boring into yours. You remember the taste of his lips, the heat of his body, and his name.
Sebastian.
You remember me.
You were handsome. Shy. You'd never been kissed.
You taught me how. You were my first. And my last. And then you destroyed me.
It can't be.
Beneath the dirt and blood, you notice that every prisoner has a rune carved into their flesh.
Then they're bound to the Black Mass too. Bound through the scars. Through me. I know these faces. Every one that shares my scar. They're my conquests. I pursued them. Seduced them. And brought them to Cazador. He told us he was feeding on them, but he turned them to spawn. He turned every last one, so we'd have souls for this cursed ritual.
How long?
What?
How long have I been down here?
170 years. You were one of my first.
My family. My friends. They're gone. You took them from me. You took everything from me. I'll never be free. I can't even die. This nightmare never ends, and it's your fault. You did this, damn you! I damn you to the hells! I damn you to misery! I damn you!
I can put this right. I swear. I'm here to stop the Black Mass. To kill Cazador.
Kill that monster? You can't. It's impossible.
Tell me where he is, and I swear I'll end him.
The Grand Chamber. His staff controls everything. If you can get it, maybe you can free us. Free from this nightmare. It doesn't feel possible.
I promise you, I know that feeling all too well. But it can be done.
Whatever you do, just do it quickly. I can't go on waiting.
We'll be back. You have my word. Well, you clearly want to say something. Alive? No. But animated? Yes. I'm sure they are. If Cazador turned the victims we brought him to spawn, he'd have done the same to the children. With glee, I imagine. But let's not forget why we're here. Cazador needs to die. Everything else comes second. I had no say in the matter. It was my master's command. I could feel guilty, happy in the knowledge there was nothing I could have done differently. I could never have saved them. But now there's a choice to make. I'm sure I will. Whatever the hell's that might be.
Hey. Hey, you. Come closer.
Oh, God. It can't be.
It is you. I knew it. I'll kill you. Once I get out of here, I'll kill you!
How chivalrous of you. As if I need defending from these children.
If I ever get out of here, you'll wish you died when you were bitten. Didn't he tell you? He's the one that kidnapped us. He's the reason we're spawns. I'll kill you!
Yes. Now that you, mention it, I may have done that. Don't look at me like that. Cazador's orders. Quite the deviation from my usual routine, of course. Capture, not lure. I didn't bring them in with sweet rolls or anything. I really forgot about them. Felt nothing the moment I handed them over to him. Oh. I suppose there's a good chance they will. What use is it, though? They're lost. Ravenous. Feral. They'd attack any mortal on sight. All these people were ruined because of me.
Parents? You've seen my parents? I don't think I'll ever be able to go home. Not like this. You should go. Leave us here. We shouldn't be out there. We'd hurt our families.
Behind the exhaustion, starvation, and fear, recognition stirs in her eyes, and with it, hope.
You really mean it? Cazador's got this stuff. It controls the doors. If you get it, you can set everyone free. If you get it, somehow. Please. Whatever you can do.
What are you doing? They're going to tear me to shreds. They'd never forgive me for what I've done. Of course, I deserve it. But the countless others they'd feed from. Maybe I am. Maybe that's what I have to do. I was in the prime of my life when I was turned. Everything was taken from me, too. I never want to see these little scraps of misery again. The world doesn't need to know my shame. Help me do this. Please.
Don't worry, I'll free you. My power walks with you.
All right. We can do this. We have to do this.
Better not die on me. I can't lose you. I won't go on without you.
I don't know what to say. Thank you.
I've got you.
Let's do this. Let's go kill the bastard.
I've got you.
Hey, Shaddy. Got a quick question about the best way to treat an infernal burn.
Shaddy? Really?
Hearty? Shadsy? Or maybe just the fringe?
Shadowheart will do just fine, thanks.